Hello, hello. Welcome back to a little bit of Make and Break. I have no idea why my camera is that dark. I just fixed it, but I will fix it again. Hello. While I do that, what are we working on today? I started a project yesterday that I got a little obsessed with. I've been thinking about it a whole bunch, and it's all I can think about right now. So it's what I'm doing. So yesterday I started thinking about this tower building thing where there's heat sinks. So let me put it in rendered view for just a moment. There's these heat sinks on the side of the building, and whatever's in the building is really hot. And I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, that's a reactor, like a nuclear reactor, although it's not nuclear. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna build it. I don't really do architecture. I've never really done architecture here before, but why not? Why wouldn't I do it, right? There's no harm in that. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a weird architecture for just a moment here. So this is the idea. This is my previous version of it, but we're gonna start from scratch because there are things I don't like about it, and I'd rather just start from scratch. So I'm gonna go ahead and start from scratch. So let's go ahead and move all these. I'm gonna try and use hotkeys as much as I can today. I have been watching a lot of tutorials and a lot of just general improvement sort of stuff, and shortcuts really are the way that you improve. I'm just stubborn. So yeah, let me go ahead and throw on, what am I looking for? This. There you go, now you can see what I'm doing. And let's do it. So, the way that I started this the other day... Oh, I need music. Let me put on some music. We need some jams. Let's see. Hey. Okay, so the way that I did it yesterday is I built out a cube. And I popped it down. And made the general shape that I wanted. What I'm going to do today is roughly the same thing, but I know how to fix one of the biggest problems that I had yesterday. So I guess this is one of the first times I've ever done like a take two on a model, but here's my take two. So we got ourselves this nice little heat sink, heat array, whatever you want to call it. And here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and pop these guys up like that. So we're just trying to make this weird structure here. Immediately I'm looking at this, and I kind of want it to look a little different. Also, that music might be just a little too loud for me. So I'm going to turn it down just a little bit in my headset, and then we should be good for everybody, I think. All right, so we're out of rendered view. We're back to here. I kind of forgot we were even in rendered view. And we got a heat sink. Do I want the heat sink to be big? Maybe I want to just keep it small like that. Let's do that. I was thinking I wanted to actually make it thick, but I don't know if there's a reason for that, because it's going to be like metal plating. Anybody who comes up here and punches this thing is definitely not going to get through it, so I don't think I need to worry about it being like vulnerable. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do this. I should probably put socks on. Let me go grab some socks real quick. I'm gonna get like real cold during this stream. Alright, I'm back. Wow. Back again. Also, as a side note, man, don't ever forget how great moisturizing your face is. Like, I go stretches of time that I don't want to admit not moisturizing my face, and man, it does make a huge difference. It makes you feel so much better. Okay, we're back. So, let's go ahead and do this thing. So we're going to go ahead and throw on some scale. We're going to come back to this. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this in the middle one time. You know, I think I was right to push these guys aside, but we'll do it like this for now. So SY, just trying to remember scales. In fact, I might do all of these. Let's do all of them. I want to keep them kind of close together. This is a big problem the first time I did the sketch. So I think if I remember to keep things balanced like this, we'll have a much better time of it. So that's going to be the goal today, is to balance our stuff. So we're going to do SY, make that small. I mean, that's still going to be a pretty thick wall. So I think that's great. I think that looks good. And let's go ahead and apply scale one more time, and we're going to do some beveling. So here is the moment of truth. Will it work? Will this work? Now, I want to be careful about how much geometry we use here, because this is going to get out of hand real quick. Like, one unnecessary piece of geometry is going to destroy the whole sketch. So I think we want to keep it kind of simple like that. And now we'll do it to this part. And then we should have ourselves a heatsink ready to go. Okay, let's do that one more time. We're going to do clamp overlap. And I'm going to do the minimum amount that I can stomach, which I think is 4. Farun, hello. Galicia, north of Spain. Here, a 3D user since 20 years and Blender lover for 1 year. Thanks for sharing your work. Hey, no problem at all. That's awesome. Okay, so am I pronouncing it correct? Correct. Galicia. I like Galicia. That's a great way to pronounce a word. I hope that's correct. Galicia? It's a beautiful name. It sounds beautiful. The C sounds like TH. Galicia? Like that? I'm going to say that. Perfect. I don't know how much English you know. I'm not going to make any assumptions. But Galicia has the word glee in it. The English word glee, which is like happy. So by default, I think you must live in like the world's happiest place. Because you got the word glee built in. Excellent, excellent. Galicia. I love that. Very, very cool. 3D modeling for 30 years, or 20 years, and Blender for 1 year. What does that look like? What does 30 years of 3D modeling look like? I'm assuming you're a professional, or like a very strong hobbyist. You must be, right? All right, we're gonna go ahead and up our stuff just a little bit to get that looking a little bit clean. I don't love that line, but if I try to think about it too much, it's not gonna work, because it's gonna be, yeah, we need to keep it like that. So here was like the first hurdle that I ran into when I did this in my own time. I'm looking at this. I'm trying to imagine what I'm doing real quick. Let's just build the array first. I'm going to build an array, and we're going to see what this looks like. I know I'm missing something, but I can't visualize it without seeing it first. Okay, so that's the outside of the building, and that's the inside of the building. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, totally. We just cut off the end. Oh, yeah, we've done it. Perfect, 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 perfect. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to say 12 is good. Let's hide our empties for just a little bit. And let's go ahead and pop up another array going tall. So we're going to do it like that. Started with a pirated copy of 3D Max. Then I worked with 3D Max Maya XSI and Cinemax 4D. But Blender is great nowadays. I really like Blender as well. I was I don't want to sell anybody out, but I was somewhere a couple of days ago. I was hanging out somewhere a couple of days ago, and a bunch of people were like, Blender's so gross, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, that's your opinion, I guess. Like, whatever. Like, you know, it's fine, but it's not hurting anybody. I don't really get why people feel the need to like criticize software, especially software that's accessible to people. It's just like weird gatekeeping. But yeah, I was somewhere and people were being really like hypercritical of Blender and being like, you can't do this and it crashes all the time and it sucks and I hate it and nobody can work in it. And I'm like, in a year's worth of me practicing, it's crashed twice. Like, this program does not crash. I have used Maya. Maya crashes. And I'm not going to say Maya's bad because of that. But, like, you know, things crash. That's software. People love to divide and make you choose, create confrontation. Yeah, for sure. Boy, this is it. We're already here. We've already done it. We've already made the shape that we want. Okay, so I'm going to save this as a backup. I'm going to go ahead and just delete my previous work. I don't think I need to worry about it. Same with Android and Apple, Windows and Mac. Yeah, there's always somebody. I just don't get it. You know, I get it, like, logically, but I don't get it, like, practically. Just kind of a weird waste of time. I think it comes from an empathetic place. I think people do that because they care about other people, but they don't know how to express that. Because I think when people say that Blender sucks, what they're really saying is, hey, I'm worried that you're not going to get a job if you use that piece of software. Which is like kind of a compassionate thing to say, but ignores a lot of context. Ignores a lot of like the other person's own autonomy and ability to say like, okay, well, that's not what I'm doing. So in that regard, I don't know. It's easy to devalue tools you don't use or understand. Yeah, but I'm not sure if that's where that comes from. I genuinely think it's people being like empathetic. It kind of reminds me a lot of cringe. People cringe when other people people cringe when they feel like what you're doing is like something they wouldn't want to do. And so they cringe at you. I feel like it's the same as that. Also, why am I breaking a bunch of stuff? Hey, CQDK. CQDK, you're early today. How are you doing? Okay, so, Farron, I recognize your name. I think you've been in chat before. If not, you know, sorry for making that judgment. But I do recognize your name from somewhere. But do you have any pieces that you could show off to us? Can I shout out your work somewhere? Can I take a look at it? Is that allowed? Oh no, we don't want to be doing that. You're in a pretty bad mood right now? Let's talk about that. What do you need? What do you need to not be in a bad mood anymore? I think we don't have too much weird overlap going on right here. Wait a second. Sure. I'm excited. I want to see some work. There's nothing I love more than seeing other people's work. That, you know, I'm somebody that struggled with jealousy a lot in my life. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I'm going to be the first person to put that out into the world. But I think I'm at a point in my life where I'm really not jealous of people anymore. Hello? Okay, get me out of here. Oh, we got a YouTube video? What is happening? Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and do a camera. I know there's a hotkey for it. I don't know the hotkey. I'm just going to put a camera down. What is happening? Why am I zooming out like 1,000 times? Click that. What is going on? That was weird. The heck was all of that? That was strange. All right, YouTube video. Let's take a look at this. I'm not sure how much I am going to be able to play on stream. DMCAs are very real. Oh, it's very short. All right, let's go ahead and just do this. I'm gonna go ahead and mute it, but here we go. Oh, we got a cycles renderer here. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay, I can tell you have professional experience for sure. I like it. That G looked suspiciously like the Logitech G, which is interesting. It's a transition about creativity. Yeah, very pretty. Okay, so this guy needs some cleaning for sure. There's something weird going on here, and I got to figure out what it is. I could have probably prepped my mesh a little bit better, I think. Did that work? That did not work. How do I get this to work? The G is from Galatia. That's awesome. Because I work on public TV station in my region. That's dope. I love that. I like that a lot. That's very cool. You know what? I'm going to leave that for just a moment. We're going to come back to that. In fact, if I find the direct center of this, I'm just going to mirror it because I have to mirror this anyway. So let's mirror this real quick. Hey, Simo. What's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got a perfect 6. We have a dividing point right there. Let's just divide it. Which one is the bad side? That's the bad side. So we come up here, and I'm just going to go ahead and tear this thing in half. Hey, thank you for the follow. Very appreciated. We've had a fun thing with followers lately, where I keep getting follows from bots. Oh, I appreciate the save. Look at you saving up points, too. Did you get that many points just from following? We've been getting a lot of follows lately from bots, and they follow. It's very weird. You must be a bot now. I can tell. They follow at 1:50, which is 5 minutes before stream. Not 5 minutes before I start stream, but like 5 minutes before stream. No, 5 minutes before I start stream. Sorry. Brain's not working. They follow, and then a day passes, and they follow the exact same time, and then a day passes, and they follow at the exact same time. And so my feed over on this side of my monitor is just filled with, like, bot requests. So just don't go to their profile. What happens if you go to their profile? Numpad period to zoom to selected. I appreciate that. I kept pressing period, but it didn't work. I didn't have numpad. So that was my bad. They grab your IP? That's a yikes. How does that work? How does Twitch have that? No. Set origin to geometry? Hey, does anybody understand what's going on here? What is this? Set origin to geometry, right? Normal. A very normal operation to do. What is this? NAND end im? Am I in infinite space right now? The heck is all this? Do I have modifier still on here? What is this? Why is it doing this? Is this just a cursed sketch? What am I... Oh, it's doing it again. You know what? Hold on. Yeah, weird stuff's happening. I don't know what is going on. Tell you what. We're gonna do a nice little hard quit. We're gonna do a nice little hard quit, and we're gonna open Blender back up, and it's just gonna be one of those days. Welcome to my weirdo default scene. Let's open this back up. I got bonked. Cole, you're a real memer. Could it be viewport distance? That's an interesting idea. Where would I find that? Not there. Where's viewport distance? Isn't it supposed to be like right here? Where's viewport distance? What am I looking for? Hit in. Okay. There we go. View. Focal end is 5,000 meters. I doubt that's it. Do I need to start from scratch? I think we might just make a new file. Tell you what, I don't want to deal with this all day. That's why you said save first? I super appreciate that, honestly. Okay, I'm closing. I'm opening Blender. We're making a new file. I'm not doing this. I'm not dealing with that. That was way too weird for me. So I will go ahead and just save real quick. And we're gonna call this the not weird heatsink. And you know what? We're gonna learn from all of our past mistakes. We're 20 minutes in. That's not a large amount of time to lose for a problem that I literally have no clue what was going on. That was definitely a weird one. Okay, let's go back to what we were doing. So, SZ0, like that. We're gonna do a little SY0 to make this nice and skinny. Right to where we like it. Probably about there, I would say. You haven't modeled anything cool in a while? Camera clipping is the name? You know, I was just saying that people were making fun of Blender for being buggy and that I don't ever get bugs. So I think I jinxed it. I think it was my fault. I mean, it's definitely my fault to some degree, but I think I manifested it. Simo, make something cool. I'll go ahead and be the first person to say what I'm making today has nothing to do with the game I'm working on. I just felt really inspired all of a sudden. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go weird. I woke up on Monday and I was trying to figure out what I was going to make on Monday, and I got really daunted by the task. And so today I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go crazy. I'm not going to worry about it. What game are you working on? Okay, so I am casually working on a game. I don't have any deadlines. I don't have any announcements. I don't have any promises to anybody about what it's going to be or when it's going to come out or anything like that. It is strictly me practicing game design. But the whole idea of it is it's a walking sim based around the dream journal that I keep. So I've had a dream journal for 7 years, about. And they're very weird dreams. They're some of the coolest dreams I've ever experienced, personally, in my sleep. So I decided I wanted to make a little game about them. And it was a cool way to practice because it's a walking sim, so I don't need to worry too much about the programming aspect of things. As long as, you know, I can get the camera clipping correctly, practice a little bit of culling, and then 3D modeling. Like, we're done. Catspits.com view clip. Okay, thank you for linking that. What engine using? Unreal. And I'm specifically, I started in Unreal 4? Whatever the old Unreal is. I started in that. And now I am using the beta of the new branch because I hate old Unreal. Old Unreal is unusable. You're my friend? Are you an Unreal guy? You know, so the goal, the very far off goal that, you know, everybody says this and it's annoying and whatever. But the far off goal is to make a company, a games company, And I have a good idea of how to do it. But, you know, of course it's talent-based, so it's just going to require some effort. But that's the far-off goal. When I sit and think about, like, achieving that goal, I'm like, using Unreal way past the point that, you know, I have to is fine. You can use Unreal. You could be the size of Blizzard and use Unreal, and nobody's going to care, and it's not going to affect your product and stuff like that. So, like, I probably will use Unreal for the rest of my life, assuming that it is supported and appropriate and not controversial, assuming that the company doesn't do something really weird. Unity is much better, just kidding. I love that. Did you already get this month's free assets? I did not. I've kind of been avoiding the free assets, but that's probably not the worst thing in the world. Hey, Debbie. How's it going? Mom, I should say. Debbie's Day is my mom. Say hi to my mom, everyone. So hot outside. Glad you have a treadmill. I like that. Just a beginner learning UI and stuff. Yeah, totally. Everyone's a beginner at something. Don't let anybody gatekeep you on that kind of stuff. You're doing great. Just like making stuff and just staying productive is all that counts. You know, and being healthy. But yeah, I mean, I support anybody. I don't know. As somebody who's been dealing with a little bit of gatekeeping lately, that ain't me. Mom Red, that's me. Red Mom. Aw, look at that. Everyone's being very nice in chat. You all are very sweet. What a lovely bunch of peeps. All right, we're going to go ahead and break open some of this. I think this is going to make the sketch a lot easier in the long run. Hey, everyone's being way too nice to me. What is all this about? This is not the energy I signed up for. Red is just as nice and lovely as he's always been since I met him in elementary school. Well, aren't we being cute? Everyone's trying to go for the brownie points. Come on, let's get critical. All right. Let's go ahead and pop this around a nice 180 degrees, and let's go ahead and build out our array. So, I'm going to save. We're going to call this heatsink. You know what? I'm not going to call it heatsink. That's the problem. I'm calling it right now. That was the problem. The word heatsink is not allowed in Blender. So let's go ahead and add an array. We did 12, I think, was the agreement. I don't want a brownie. I got a lollipop. You could probably clean your room. Is that critical enough? Yeah, I could have cleaned my room. Do I have an art station? I do. I only have one post, and it's very outdated. I had a couple of weird life stuff come up recently, and I've been a little out of it. But I'm going to start posting like 1 to 2, maybe 3 things a week there very soon. But you're welcome to follow it. I can give it... Am I upside down? Thank you for not making Mama Red say it. Say what? Oh, that I should clean my room. Yes. My art station is the exact same name. I use the same name everywhere. You know, no struggle there. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't apply rotation. That's what it was. I understand. Apply rotation. There we go. There we go. Did you get your fixed Joy-Cons back yet? I did. I did. It was a very weird process. Fun fact, if you have to go send your Joy-Cons in to get repaired by Nintendo, it's a very weird process. They're a very weird company. Okay, we have a heatsink tower. Boot, scoot, and boogie as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, we'll do some Animal Crossing. Okay, so let's go ahead and call this our backup. PS5 is better than Switch. Doesn't the PS5 have like 3 games? Oh, thank you for joining the Discord. Cole, I haven't asked you. What is your experience with 3D? And can I show off your stuff as well? Because I like showing off everybody's stuff. What was the Joy-Con repair process? Okay, so you have to go to a very specific Nintendo website. And it's not that bad, but it's just a little like weird. And they say it's free because of the class action lawsuit that they got against it. So it is technically free, but they definitely try to like strong arm you out of it. So you go to that site. Oh, that's not what I want. You can check my Twitter. Oh, I'd love to. If you'd like to link your Twitter, I'd love to show off your stuff. Where? Pick shortest path. Where is the shortest path? Yeah, toss your Twitter in. Let's see it. This is going to be a real problem today. Guaranteed. Oh, I should have deleted this as well. No, it's perfect, actually. Okay, everything's perfect. Chill. We're here. We got it. We can do this. We're going to grab you. We're going to go all the way down. We're going to have camera stuff all day, I bet. Sent in Discord, very appreciated. I will give that a scope out in just a moment, and you'll get a little shout out. This is a no embarrassment zone, so your work is precious to us, and I appreciate you sharing that stuff. Okay, if I do a grid fill here, so the Joy-Con repair process, real quick, just to say it, just to put it out there. The repair process was you go to the website, you get shipping information, and they take a while to send you like a thing that you take to UPS and you ship it, and you have to pay like $9 or something. It was really cheap. And what you get as a result of that is like a 2-week waiting period and a bunch of emails saying like, hey, if we figure out that you're at fault for this and it's not our fault, we're going to charge you. And you get a bunch of those emails and them being like really aggressive about like, don't you dare like hassle us. I mean, it's not as strongly worded as that, but it's just so like, it's very needless, especially for like what is relatively a kids company. They're just very aggressive about the whole thing. I realized I should have merged by distance, and that would have made my life so much easier. And now that I'm realizing that, I feel like a fool. But oh well. So I waited a really long time, and then all of a sudden I just got a package, and it was sent back to me, and that was it. And then I had my Joy-Cons, and I don't know. It's just a bunch of legal stuff and a bunch of like weird like tactics for them to try and get people not to do it, because obviously it's just free money for them, or like free money for you. So it's just a little awkward. It's just kind of an awkward process. This is amazing stuff. Love what you're making. Ooh, okay. It's time. Let's look at it. Let's take a look. Let's get that Discord on over there, and let's take a look at your stuff. Oh. You're 19? You're 19, you already know what you want to do with your life? What the heck? What's wrong with you? I love the Vaporwave. Yo, this is cool. You got a cool... Yo! Oh, you are cool. Cole. Cole, you're a cool guy. Very cool stuff. Yo. All right, Cole, you're cool. You're getting a follow. Am I even logged in? I am. You're getting a follow for sure. You're a funny man. I love it. All right, let's head back to Blender. I have a PS5, and I think there are two completely brand new PS5 games: Ratchet and Clank and Dark Souls. What is it called? Demon Souls. Minus the strongly worded email. Seems like the old repair stuff from a decade ago. Yeah, basically. They just kind of disappear for a little bit and then come back and they're like, yep, here's your stuff. Here's what you get. Yeah, your stuff is pretty. Very cool. Remember all those cases of Wiimotes breaking TVs? What? No, I don't remember this. What is that? Were people throwing Wiimotes like while they were playing like Wii Bowling or whatever? They weren't wearing the wrist strap? I'm assuming that's what it's got to be, right? All right. The Wakewave art also made in Blender. I mean, man. I don't know what your process is, but if you call yourself a beginner, I don't know. Like, for me, the thing that I've been practicing, the thing that I am good at, and the thing that people sort of look down upon me for is how, like, the quality of my work. But the speed of my work. I would say for where I'm at, of course, not using as many shortcuts as I should, and Simo will come out of the woodwork and tell me that I don't use enough shortcuts. But I come up with ideas, and I can make things pretty quick. I don't think there's anything that I've ever, like, made that took me more than, like, 4 hours. I'm pretty fast. So that's the thing I've been practicing. And of course I'm going to do more than that as time goes on. But that's just whatever my focus has been on lately. Not wearing the wrist strap? Yeah. Not sure about exclusives, but we have a fair number of my PS5 games. That's fine. Okay. I got no hate for PS5. It seems like a meme. As somebody who doesn't really play console games, I don't, like, care too much. But I don't dislike it. I'm not against the PlayStation. My PS2 is one of my favorite consoles of all time. There we go. What was supposed to be done 15 minutes ago is done now, but I'm going to blame Blender for not working. So this is our guy. So this is our heatsink. Let me go ahead and throw a texture on here. Everything else looks okay. Do I want to keep it like this? Yeah, this is fine. This is perfect. She looks great. Let's texture her. I've been struggling with where to put this window back and forth and back and forth. I'm not sure what to do with it yet. So let's do this. Copper has a very specific color. I almost have the hex memorized, but I do not. But I can get there. There you go. And it's metallic. And it's low specular. And it's very rough. I suppose the roughness could be patched a little bit. This reminds me of the Waterfall Hotel. Yeah, it's kind of the idea. Me and architecture have a troubled history, to say the least. But I have cool ideas for this, so we'll see. I have lore written for this. I have like a piece of writing that this goes along to. And that's what's made me feel so strong about it. Now, part of that lore is that this is located in a very cold place, and so the outside of it would have ice condensing on it. I'm not sure how I want to do that, but I will go ahead and throw some roughness on here. We're going to do like a Musgrave with a color ramp. Just like that, and you're going to go on the roughness, and we're going to tie it to object and apply our scale. Nope, not apply rotation. Please don't do that. Apply scale. Thank you. Okay, so black needs to be 0.1. And the white needs to be pretty close. I'm going to say like 0.4. There we go. Which version of Blender is this? This is 2.94, I want to say. If you want to go ahead and tell me that there's a new version of Blender out, that would make my whole life. I'm always late to the party with releases of Blender. I just kind of go. It's a little less subtle than I would like it to be. That's a little bit more subtle. I like that. I can live with that. We're going to make these nice and big little weathered sort of chunks. We're going to up that dimension quite a bit and lower, or up the detail, lower the dimension. And there's some weird little blotchy bits where, you know, water has condensed or whatever. I think I'm going to lower that down even more. Let's say 0.25. Get it really subtle looking. Yeah, that's good. That'll do. Red's living in the future? Okay, so it's 2.93. Yeah. Thanks, Simo. Very appreciated. All right, let's go ahead and do some editing. How do I want to do this? Okay, so here's where the main part of the whole thing is going to take place. This is where it's all going to come together. Maybe you added a theme to Blender? I did. I did make this theme from scratch. I got bored one day and I just decided to go for it. I'm also using matte caps. If you don't use matte caps, do yourself a favor. The only ones that I think are good, nobody asked for this, and yet I'm going to share anyway. The only ones that are good, I think, are this one. The rainbow one is good if you're used to working like this, but it hurts my eyes. This guy is really good for depth, but I wish it wasn't so bright. So those are the only ones that I like, personally. All the other ones are, like, basically unusable as far as I'm concerned. Like, why would I ever use this? I'm sure there's a reason, like plastics or something, but it's terrible. And there's the ones that have color associated with them, which I'm like, why have color? Use cavity? What is cavity? Cavity? Cavity. What does cavity do? Can you explain cavity to me? Okay, I'm focused. I'm focusing. Let's go ahead and do two things. Cavity type both. I don't know what that means. What are we talking about? Okay, origin to geometry worked this time, so I'm going to set x to 0. Hello. X to 0. We're going to go into edit. We're going to grab all of you. We're going to separate you into what we want, which is here. Those shiny ones are useful for checking if there's shading issues, I guess. Highlight ridges and valleys in the scene geometry. So I have cavity turned on. Let's see. Cavity type both. Oh, I see. I'm going to practice that. Let me write that down. I don't make any changes right now because if I make a change and I don't know how to reverse it, I'm going to be weird. But we're going to write that down. Use cavity type both. I will give that a shot. I'm all about improvement lately. That's been my main focus. It's been the whole thing I've been doing. Does that look about right? That looks about right to me. Okay, here's where the whole thing takes off. This is where the whole sketch makes sense. Just like that. That'll do. Maybe a little bit further out. Actually, I think that's perfect. Okay, here we go. Object mode, we go to here, we throw on a mirror modifier, should automatically mirror there. And I'm going to apply it. I'm going to go ahead and do some topology stuff later, but I'm just applying it first. In fact, I know how I'm going to fix this, but I'm just not doing it right now. That was my problem with Blender. My cat clicked something and I spent an hour trying to figure out how to turn the keyframe icon and the edge. Yeah. Write that down, write that down. Oh, I write down everything. I take notes for literally everything. Okay, so we have to decide how big a door is. This thing is tall. Do I want it to be this tall? Let's figure out how big a door is first. Let's look at a door. So here is a door. We'll worry about proportions and stuff later, but I just need to figure out how big a door is. Can you write down O to top? Just for you. O to top. Just for you, CQDK. Just for you. Okay, so this is going to be our door. I'm going to keep that for reference on a door. So that's about how big this thing is. Yeah, very appreciated. Willing to teach people. That's awesome. Write down, call your mom. Joke's on you, I called her yesterday. Well, she called me, but I call her all the time. Joke's on you, I'm visiting her tomorrow. So how about that? All right, let's go here. And I'm gonna go ahead and divide you into 2. Here we go. The moment of truth. The moment we've all been waiting for. Nope, don't do that. Be right back. No worries. Made your day a little bit better? CQDK, do you want to talk about why your day is hurting? What's going on? Such a good son. I should have known you wouldn't need to write it down. Oh, yeah. Nobody does it like I do. When it comes to empathy, I got the market cornered. When it comes to being productive and not having an unbearable amount of weight compressing down on myself at all times, I struggle. But empathy, I got the empathy part down. I think saying that means that that's not true. So scratch that. Let's pretend that's not. Let's pretend I didn't say that. Okay, so we have this, which looks weird. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Okay, you know what? We're going to go a little bit further back. Let's go out like that. Using the power of reason, I'm going to decide how to do this correctly. Not necessarily. If you have a lot of empathy, you can learn to be more aware of it and learn to manage, turn it off, or get overwhelmed by other people's stuff. Getting overwhelmed by other people is definitely... You hit the nail on the head with that one. You hit the nail on the head with that one. That is a big me thing. I have a hard time watching the news. That's the big one for me. The news really gets me down. Every time there's anything and there's some... Because the thing about the news is I don't get upset with, like... Oh, something tragic happened and this person, blah, 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 blah. That stuff doesn't affect me. Like, you know, the world is what it is. The thing that really gets me, the thing that really hurts me is when it's so obvious that, like, news reporters are just, like, saying whatever they have to get a paycheck. And the writers of the news reporters as well. Let's not blame just the news reporters. But, like, stuff like that, where people are actively like, yeah, I'm just going to screw people over because I get a paycheck. I'm like, 16 times the detail? Hello? 4 times internet speed? Is this when worlds collide? What's going on? Is this Fort Minor? Okay, is this gonna look good? I don't know. Oh, you have new internet. You were saying that. My man's a professional now, all of a sudden. Need to go to sleep? Have a good stream? Hey, thank you so much, Cole. Very appreciate. Love your energy. All right, let's do a little bit of that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just take the mirror, I think. I had 150. Now I get 450. Can't be upset about that. Okay, let's get rid of this. Half the work. Keep my work simple. Let's go ahead and throw on a mirror of Y. Honestly, a mirror of X is also par for the course. So let's just do that real quick. There's no reason not to just do that. So let's get rid of that. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, there's our building. We're ready to go. Oh my gosh, I didn't start the raffle. Oh no. So is Mama Red going to be offered a position at the new company? Boy, I think about that sometimes. It's a building. It is a building, yes. Okay, so my mother, my lovely little mother, loves to cook and bake. And so if I have the ability to like have her cook things like Steam, they have a little bakery that all their devs eat at. I can do something like that. Yeah, we're making a glass reactor, which will make sense, I promise. All right. Pyro wants to win this today. There we go. That is all right looking to me. What's a glass reactor? Gotta have meetings catered. Absolutely. Silken, you gotta put an amount after your raffle, and it'll give you some raffles. A glass reactor is a thing I made up. So it's a reactor covered in glass. It will make sense, I promise. Okay, we're going to just build out eventually, but I'm not going to think too much about this yet. What does it react? Ooh, there's the big question. What does it react? It is going to make, or it's not making, it is storing something. And the thing that it is storing is going to be effectively like a infinite power source. I don't really believe in like science fiction-y stuff like that, so I try to stay away from like infinite power sources and whatever. But this one, it will make sense. There is a reason for it. For the sake of spoilers, because I am going to do something with this. For the sake of spoilers, I will say that the thing that it is containing is spiritual. Glass personalities of people from modern times with hard reality. Mako energy? Definitely Mako energy. Definitely Mako energy. I totally get that. But yeah, it's going to be some sort of deific entity. DACA. I don't know what DACA is. Let's see here. We're going to be very careful with what we're doing. Okay, we want to be a little careful with how we do this. You love how smoothly I do this? Man. Silken, can I get that in writing? Can I get that in writing? Man, you're the first person who's ever complimented my speed in Blender. Holy cow. Let's go ahead and do this, and I'm going to do 3 of them at the exact same time, because I think that's going to have better energy for us. Yeah, that'll do, right there. So we're going to go back to this. We're going to pop this guy out. We'll say 1, and I'm going to make really slight curves to this. We're going to say 0.4. I think this should be okay. What I should be doing is skipping operations, but color me not that worried about it this time. You know what? I should be worrying about it. Okay. We're going to do this. Pop down to 0.4, and then we repeat. And we're going to just like punch this guy out as fast as we can. And I'm going to do this until we straighten out. Once we straighten our act up, and then we're good. Come on now. Okay, and we got 2. And that is good, and we do a 4. And that should be relatively centered. It is. I love it. We're good. So now we just want to go ahead and do a little SY0. Hello. That's not what I wanted. SY0. What is going on? SX0? SY0. SZ0. Oh, it's because normals are turned on. No wonder. No wonder. I'm like, what is going on? SY0. SY0. Boom. Done. And now I just go ahead and push it the last little bit, and we're done. So we'll do a little bit of GY. Something I've been looking forward to is I think I'm going to get like a mouse or like a numpad or something and set it up with macros. And I've been thinking about what I want my macros to be. So I've been writing them down on a little sheet here. And I have a lot of ideas of how macros are supposed to work. I have no idea how other Blender people do it, but I do have an idea of what I want. So I think we're going to figure all that stuff out soon. I think that's next on the list. Written proof sent in Discord. Oh. Silken. Silken, you are a real man. I don't know why I said that. I don't agree with the idea of being a real man, but it's what I said, so I'm going to stick to it. Okay. So we have an hour to roughly finish this. I hadn't even considered the idea that people would be doing a raffle to this, so I have no idea what's going to get transformed about this thing. So color me interested in that. You just forgot the gentle part. Gentle? What? I don't understand whatever you're saying. Oh, genteel man. I understand. Okay, so here's how we're doing this. Check this out. Boom. Boom. This is it. Folks, this is it. We're here. We've done it. We're going to pop this down and make glass panes. Oh, it's because oh, I see. I made a big mistake. Big mistake. Don't do that. We're going to do a GG on over to here and do it at 0.2. And we got to do all of them. GG, 0.2. GG, 0.2. Hello? GG, 0.2. Part of me wants to delete this. I think this is not necessary, especially once we do the next part. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. Sure, that'll do. Okay, now I go ahead and pop this up and pop this up, and we're going to connect these to make some glass panes. And we're going to do our best to work as quickly as we can. Is there a need to work quickly? No, but I'm going to. I really could have just highlighted this whole thing and used an F to make a flat face and then use J's to connect them, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. There we go. That's going to be a problem later. This right here is going to be a big problem, but we're not going to think about that. And in fact, I am going to just grab all of this and do a face. And we'll just do quick faces. Wait, what? Wow. You know what? Go back. Back. Get all this out of here. Remove all that. Get rid of that. I'm done with that. We're not thinking about that. Boom. Boom. We got you, face. We got you, face. And now we're going to go ahead and J these faces. Simple as that. There we go. A nice glass front on the front of this building, and I will be editing this to make it look cooler later. But for the time being, that's going to have to be how we do it. So the whole thing is now encased. Oh, that looks pretty good. Color me kind of pleased with the way that looks already. We're going to put glass on the bottom as well, but I need to figure out what the foundation of this building looks like first. So that is my weird little building. Am I in love with it? I don't know if I'm in love with it, but it's nice. So we shade the whole thing smooth. It has auto normal turned on. Perfect. It's already looking pretty cool. So now what I want to do is probably go ahead and apply the mirror. You know what? Actually, real quick, let's make a copy of this. Wait, there is a copy of this. Oh, that's the door. Let's make a copy of this. We're going to call this cube backup 2. And now we move on to applying this. Okay. Here's where things are gonna get weird. We're gonna grab everything. We're gonna go ahead and merge by distance, remove 0 vertices. What? That seems weird. That seems like not the amount that it should have removed. So why are the heat sinks on the inside? Seems like it would heat up the inside of the building. Then again, you can draw air in from the open part on the bottom. I'm thinking of this like a computer. So I'm trying to push as much surface area out. What's up, Beryl? But I think what you're saying does make sense. There's also going to be a giant fan on the top of this building pushing the air up. I'm I got the airflow situated, but I'm just following like computer logic in my head, which I guess might be a little faulty. Doing okay? Todd, that says 16 times the detail. Can you explain to me what TODDD means? Whoa, what is this? What is this? Why is it being weird? Todd details. Oh, I see. Okay, let's do it. Silken, I'm just now seeing I'm just now seeing your amazing accolade in Blender. I love it. All right, give me one moment. We're gonna go ahead and do this. All right, we got that situated with a global cooldown of 1 minute. Your command has been made. Lots of surface area is good as long as you have airflow to go with it. I do. Oh, we're adding an extra D. Sorry, I forgot. Let's add an extra D to that. There you go. Now you got it. There's your secret command. You'll save for more Todd sayings. I appreciate that. I had a bad day because this girl have been yelling at me all day, and I have group work with her. Man, I hate group work. Group work is the worst. There's not a person in this world who contributes to group work who likes group work. There's tons of people who do not contribute that love group work. But nobody that does a good job likes group work. One day Simo will give you one too. Honestly, I want approval from Simo more than I want approval from my father. Okay, let's do this. So I fixed it up a little bit. I don't know why the glass was giving it trouble. But this will do. This should do just fine. In fact, I can do all of these now. You know what? I'm going to skip these guys. Because I want to do the outside first. I think that's going to be a lot more crucial to the shape. You know what this model needs? What does this model need? Let's hear it. I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm waiting for... Okay. Yep. That's what I kind of thought was going to happen. I didn't exactly know it was going to happen, but that made sense. In the back of my mind, I really kind of expected a Dragon Ball Z meme, and I was going to be like, there's no way you're breaking that out. At the end of the day, I couldn't take anymore. I'd been trying to help her, but she kept yelling at me to calm down, but I didn't even raise my voice, so I just left her. Good on you. You did the right thing. People like that, just whatever. Peace. Good luck. Explain the DBZ meme? Over 9,000? You know the one. We all know the DBZ meme. Okay, there's that. And we're up. We're gonna do one more here. Is this a lot of geometry? Yeah. Should I be using this much geometry? Probably not. But can it be helped? No. Okay, so now I absolutely need to use mirror. I shouldn't have finished my mirror, but It is what it is. Okay, let's do that. Nope, not merge. Delete. Hey, Saf, how you doing? Let's go ahead and pop on a mirror. And now, the fun begins. Whew. What a journey it's been just to get here. What a excruciating journey this has been with Blender being weird and how many times I have to redo things. But we're here. What do I want? I think we definitely want connected, and we definitely want a sphere. That looks good to me. I can live with this. I've got some more stuff done on my writing. How are you? I'm good. I am... Am I good? I'm neutral. I don't know if I'm good. What does good mean anymore? I'm neutral. I'm happy about the sketch. I'm feeling pretty positive about what we're doing here. So I guess I'm feeling good for this. Oh, we want connected, by the way. It's still easy to make me cry, so I start crying when I came home. I hate it because you can't take people yelling at you. Yeah, okay, everyone, let's all give CQDK a hug. I actually have a hug, I think. That should work. There you go. I got a little hug command for everybody. Everyone, give CQDK a hug. Yeah, that's tough. It's tough to work with people like that. That is very difficult. You know what? I think I want this to go down. I think I want it to look like that. That looks about right to me. It's a little weird looking. Then this one can go up using only connected. Does that look really weird? That looks really strange to me. You know what? I don't care. I think I like it. I think I'm okay with this. You like them all parallel and flat? Okay, you know what? I'll stick to that. If that's the case, I'm gonna add... Let me do two things. We're gonna do that. Oh, what a song. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these because these lines look weird to me. Does this matter? Should I be doing this? I don't know if I should be doing this. I'm going to merge them at center, actually. Get away from me. Let's not do that. Now we want to make the glass. So if I look at this in node view, all of this is copper. That's exactly what I want that to look like. I might lower the amount of the copper, but it's all copper. That works. And now we're going to make the glass. And I want to make a nice big fancy door, but I don't know if I have time for the door. So let's not focus on the door. Let's make the pavement and let's make the glass. Okay, so off the top of my head, the way I think I want to do this... This seems obvious to me. This seems very obvious to me. We're going to do an old classic technique we used to do all the time. I'm going to grab... We're going to grab all that. We're going to go back to this. We're going to go like this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and separate selection into a new sketch. Copy it. Go back. And then we paste it. And that theoretically should give us what we want. Yeah, I think that worked. Okay, cool. So now we come into here. We grab both of these guys. And we're going to go ahead and extrude this using global coordinates. And it's X. Just like that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's exactly what we want. So that's going to be our concrete that everything sits on top of. Does this fit nice on there? A little bit. It could probably be a little bit bigger. Okay, let's go ahead and pop that out. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit out. In fact, there's no reason it can't be a lot of bit out. Okay, that's what we'll do. And then we're going to GG this on out. And let's extrude that a little bit further. Oh, no. Something weird happened. Let's do that one more time. Extrude that out like that. Grab this, and I need to GG it just to where the little fins come. And then I can grab this whole rim and drop it down to make ourselves a little bit of a ramp. And then we'll put a nice little staircase going up the front, and we're done. That's exactly what it looks like. So that's our little concrete little stand that everything sits on. Let's do the inside. We probably don't want to do too much on the inside, so I'm going to do just enough that there's not this little clip right here, because I want to stay away from that clipping directly into it. But otherwise, I think we're good. Boom. There she is. Now, I just realized I made a mistake. So we're just going to go ahead and remedy that real fast. Is that going to work? Excuse me. I'm dying, Squirtle. Okay, so here is the general idea for me now. That's a bunch of concrete. This looks like a building. This feels like a real building all of a sudden. This part's going to be difficult, but I'm going to go ahead and just make some assumptions about it. Whoops, I don't want a UV. I'll make some assumptions real quick. We're just going to do some stuff and not think too hard about what we're actually doing for just a moment. Don't think too hard about it. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Just go real slight all the way down. There we go. And now we go ahead and make our glass straight down using global Z. Boom. The normals are messed up, but we'll deal with that in just a moment. And we have to do the front door, but I'm not doing that yet. And now the rest of them follow very easy, similar suits. So I should be able to just grid fill this. We cannot. Isn't that annoying? Sure. Oh boy, this is going to be hard. You still don't understand what I'm making? I'm making a building with big giant computer fins sticking out the side of it. Why can't I autofill this with a grid? It is even top to bottom. It is even left to right. What is too complicated about this? Grid fill. Loops are not connected by wire boundary edges. Why not? Oh, don't make me do this the hard way. Please don't make me do this the hard way. All right, let's do it the hard way. Maybe the edge or the glass? Yeah, I don't know what it is. This is something that I would rather do off stream, personally. But I think I don't have a great option for doing this off stream, so I'm gonna do it right now. As much as I hate doing this right now, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna get it done with. And I will save myself a little bit of effort by copying a mirror and doing a merge distance once we get to the center. So we're not going to do this twice. But I will have to do it again on the next level, which I don't love. Oh, wait. Nope, 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 nope. Go back, go back, go back, go back, 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 back. There's always a solution. There is always a solution. Everything can be solved. The world is just an interconnected problem, and there is always some way for us to break that. Look at this. The edge of the loop, but it looks like you have a middle line in the loops. Yeah, but it should have auto-connected those middle lines too. Look at this. We're gonna do global Z. Perfect. Look at this. Look at this. Now I pop this down and we match it, and then we're gonna do merge by distance, and we're done. Big problem solved. Right there will do. And I'm gonna grab you, and I'm gonna go merge by distance. 59. Is that the correct number? That feels all right to me. It's the first time somebody's asked me to stretch in a long time. Oh, that's the stuff. Thank you for the hydrate. I had kind of a weird epiphany the other day. And by the other day, I mean this morning. This is going to be obvious to everybody, including myself, This is not new information to anybody, but just to put this out there. I went to Wendy's. I think I'm done with Wendy's. Wendy's is not that good. I used to love Wendy's when I was growing up, but I think I don't love Wendy's anymore. But I went to Wendy's, and I got some food, and I ate it, and they had water, so I just got a water. I was like, I don't want soda. I'm just gonna get a water. So I got a water, and I drank a water. And so they give you the big giant to-go container of water. Like, they give you the huge thing of water. So it lasted me all night. And so I was just sipping on that all night, just carrying on about my business, doing whatever I was doing. And this morning, I woke up, and I was like the most dehydrated I've ever been in my life. I woke up, and I was like a mummy. And it's like, I drank like 3/4 a gallon of water yesterday. What happened? And I guess just whatever tap water junk they give you just isn't made for quenching thirst. I don't know. It was weird. Really made me like skeeved out. There we go. That'll do. And I'll do these subdivisions later. But for the time being, that's my building. So shout out to Wendy's for having the world's worst water, which is an achievement I didn't think was possible. Like, I didn't think that you could drink water and be hurt by the thing that hurts you when you don't drink enough water. That's just, like, wild to me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add a new slot. This guy is going to be called Fancy Glass. And we'll go ahead and assign it. And there is the beginning of the building. This guy down here is... Wait, are you guys connected? This material is going to be called copper. No offense, Florida water is gross. I didn't make the water. You're not offending me. It's terrible. It's very bad. It's just swamp water. You're not offending anybody by saying that. I wouldn't want anybody to drink our water. Okay. That is not bad looking. I like this. You know, I've come around to this. This is kind of a cool little building. It's a weird building, but it's a cool building. It needs, like, etching or something, but we'll get there. We're taking this one step at a time. So let's just focus on the concrete. You had dry water? I definitely had dry water. That's exactly what it was dry water. You've hit the nail on the head with that one. Saf's got a lot of points. You should have diluted the water first. Honestly, I should have done, like, alchemy on it. I should have converted it into mercury and then quicksilver twice and once into brimstone. But, you know, I just didn't think about it. All right, let's go ahead and pop that up. I feel like Saf is saving their points for a rainy day. I feel like something big is going to happen with those points eventually. Okay, let's go ahead and throw on alchemy on water. That would have cost you an arm and a leg. I don't have a joke for that. You know, I was gonna... The joke that immediately came to my mind when you said that is, where do you think I'd get all these clothes from? And I thought about it for 2 seconds, and I'm like, everybody has clothing. That's not a joke. And then I psyched myself out. Now I'm explaining my weird internal joke to you. So... I don't know where that puts us. It's the breadcrumbs all over again. Sounds about right. I will be adding more stuff soon-ish. I want to come up with something else for people to spend their points on. What I really want is for people to convert their points their channel points into Streamlabs points. I'm working on a way to make that work. It's very annoying. Obviously, the systems do not like interacting with each other. But I think it'd be a lot better because Streamlabs gives you a lot more control over that kind of stuff. So we'll see. We'll get there when we get there. Okay, we're going to lower the distances on this quite a bit. And I actually kind of think we don't need to be doing it this strongly. Simo has a ton of points. Simo, didn't you just like own the last stream by yourself? Wasn't there like nothing anybody could do about it? That was a couple of streams ago. Okay, so. Nope. That's about the color I want. Dimension can be dropped down even more. You've pretty much gained them back? Yeah, I don't know how you do it. How do you get so many points? You just keep me on in the background? Is this like that time Beryl fell asleep to stream and like gained like 1,000 channel points? Which is one of my favorite things ever. Honestly, it's one of the... Inadvertently, it's one of the nicest things anybody's ever done for me. Like, in such a weird, backwards way, it's such a kind thing that's happened. Okay, we're going to lower that color down just a bit. There's Beryl. There's Beryl. Right on call. Why does it look so not nice looking? Oh, it's because the lachronicity was so low. That's what it was. Aha! It was the lachronicity's fault. Boom. Okay, there she is. And now we're going to drop you down to this. And now we're going to throw a little monkey wrench in here because I think this looks a little boring. So let me add a noise node. Have a real reason to all of this, trust me. Oh. I got the give function to work, by the way. So give finally works. It works. You got it to work. Yeah, it was on my notes. It's on the same notes that I was writing all my stuff on today. And I decided just to give it a shot. I can never do concrete. Concrete's a very hard thing for me to wrap my brain around. I don't get concrete. There we go. There we go. That's more of the long lines of what I wanted. Concrete tends to be hard. Beryl. Beryl. I don't know what to do with you sometimes. Beryl, how are you feeling? You feeling okay? I know you're kind of in a rough spot there for a little bit. You feeling better? There we go. That's the look. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop thinking about that for now. Feeling good? It's good to hear. Let's do the fancy glass. Last but not least. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and drop this into 2 categories. Let me break this down first. So we want a color ramp. We're going to want a magic texture. We're going to want something to plug into the magic texture, which I think should be a wave, although I'm a little worried how this is going to turn out. And then we're going to put in object coordinates. Object, color to scale, U to here, and U to base color. What do we get? We get madness. We get absolute madness. Not what I wanted. What is happening? Okay, let's drop this scale down quite a bit. If I take this away, let's up that depth quite a bit. This is not as much as I want it to be. Let's take this back a little bit. Let's go ahead and make this constants. Okay. This is going to be the wireframe thing all over again, isn't it? Okay, so that's not the glass. So let's just get rid of that. Magic textures are more harm than they're worth, honestly, in my opinion. I keep trying to make them work, but they just don't want to work. Had a phone call. What are you trying to do with the glass? The goal is to make glass that is very weird looking. What I'm trying to do is make support beams inside of the glass. How we're doing it is a little bit more tricky. Better. Better. More what I want. Better. Much better. Yes, 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 yes. Much better. Give me some diamonds. Ooh. Okay, so let's dig into this. So they have to touch, which is the hard part. Isn't there a default as something like add a cross pattern? I could add a cross pattern. I'm trying to make it weirder than that, but I guess a cross is probably not the worst thing in the world, right? In a worst case scenario, I will make a cross pattern. Let me try this first, but I'll make a cross pattern if we have to. All right, you know what? I think you might be onto something, especially for how orderly this building is. I think the square need to make energy flick around them like a circuit board. Silken. Silken wants to see some animation. Let's get this done first before I animate anything. But otherwise, I like that idea. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a absolutely zero distortion thing. We're gonna go ahead and rotate them slightly. This is gonna be a real fit, and I'm going to absolutely lose my mind halfway through this. So, sorry for what you're about to witness. Nope. Does that work? Oh, it's got an interesting little curve here, which I think I like. I think I like the curve. Okay, we're gonna stick with that. That curve is very interesting. So we're gonna take this and make this exactly the same stat. It looks like an expensive perfume bottle. You've said everything you need to say for me to be like, this is good. I've done it correctly. What I want to do is put the thing inside of it. That's like the big thing. We gotta put the thing inside of here. So let's mix some RGBs together. We're gonna do just a simple add, I think. We have a white and a black. Okay, that doesn't work. We need to subtract. Why is this happening? Overlay. Multiply is probably the answer, or divide. What on earth? I mean, that's kind of a cool look. Oh no, it's a terrible look here. We'll do a divide, we'll do a difference. If not those, then linear light's the only other one I could think working. Well, I just made a polka dot generator by accident, so shout out to polka dots. It's a complicated thing I just learned how to do the vector math way, but there's a non-vector math way to do it. Oh, you know what it is? I know exactly what's going on. Hold on. Yep. It was me. It was on me. A giant 50s luxury microphone? I can see that. It needs this. It needs the rigid body before we mix the colors together. This is how it should look. There we go. Now we're going to do add, and it shouldn't be as... Okay, well, you want to work. Multiply. There we go. There she is. So let's change the dimensions just a little bit to make sure that we get that little cross section looking okay. So we're gonna do 0.9 on both of these guys. Yeah, we just had to multiply after the color ramp. I wasn't considering the color ramp at all. 0.75 and a 0.75. Just trying to match that angle. That is about as good as I think we're gonna get. That's the one. Now, can I do a derivative of this? Because I actually want less. 0.25. Oh no, don't go crazy. Don't go too crazy. Yep, that didn't work. 0.3. A derivative of 0.75 is 0.3. That's fine. This'll do. That's fine. That'll do. That's him right there. We've done it. Cool. Okay, so that is my glass. We're going to add another one of these in a second. But I'm not going to worry about it yet. So, this multiply is going to be used to do a whole bunch of interesting stuff. So, first things first, we want transmission. So half of this should be transmissive, half of this should not be transmissive, and it did it perfectly. It did exactly what we wanted. Half of this should be metallic, and half of this should not be metallic. This is going to get out of control really fast. Let me just go ahead and sort this out real quick. The metallic has to be inverted. invert. There we go. Now, the roughness for both of them can be made pretty low, I think. Also, this needs to be dropped down. We're going to say 0.15. Let's do 0.1. Why not? This is like a superstructure. We can make it really small. I can make it smaller than that. 0.5. No. 0.05. Also, one of my cat's hairs has decided to start attacking my nose. So if I'm scratching my nose a whole bunch, I apologize. I can't help it. My cat releases spores into the air that hurt me. There we go. That is the structure. Look at that. Now we need it to be see-through. So we got to start doing some weird stuff here. First, we need to do color. Okay, color. One of them needs to be this color. Copy. You are going to be that color. And the other one is going to be like a nice light bluish, maybe even a little bit of a green. We have long-haired cats, and every once in a while we see hair clumps floating in the air. Ugh. I know the feeling. It's something, isn't it? There we go. Theoretically, that's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. Look at that. Oh, she's perfect. Oh, she's perfect. Oh, she's perfect. Look at that. Look at the beauty. We've done it, folks. Now I just got to slot a door into here and we're done. So let's go ahead and take it upon ourselves to finish the last little bit of this. Copy a color ramp. So the bottom color is the copper and the top color is the glass. We'll say 0.3. And that should be alpha. And I'm going to go ahead and look in rendered view, and we're going to go ahead and throw some alpha on this thing. Let's see here. Materials. Opaque. Alpha blend. We should, hopefully, see right through it. And we do. Okay, so I want it to be maybe a little bit more reflective than that. Oh, I love how much of a birdcage this thing is. That's actually exactly what we're going for. This is perfect. We've done it. Let's do like a 0.7. There we go. Done. Look at that. Oh, she's gorgeous. Look how gorgeous she looks. Little tube. I suppose we should probably try and fix the concrete floor, but I'm not going to do that yet. I don't think that's the goal right now. This guy is going nuts on this lawnmower out here. The people in my neighborhood are obsessed with cutting their grass. I do not know why. Okay, so what's next? Let me make an object to toss in here, and then we're going to end the raffle. And that'll be that. So the object that I'm putting in, I do not want to reveal it at this time. So instead, I'm just going to make a cool little something or other. So we'll call you concrete base. We're going to call you the tower, because I'm not going to use the word heatsink, because the word heatsink is not allowed. We're going to call this door ref. And I will actually edit the concrete base now. So it has a mirror modifier. We're going to go ahead and hit apply on there. We're going to go ahead and grab all of this. Oh, wait. Why does that not connect? Okay, we can dissolve that. I thought you were joking. Why is heat sink not allowed? No, I was joking. I'm just making a joke about it. The word heat sink is definitely allowed. It's just being weird. It just doesn't like it for whatever reason. And yeah, don't forget, the raffle is almost over. So anybody who wants a chance to direct the last little bit, which honestly I have no clue what we're even going to do. So fair game at this point to anybody. Anybody who wants a chance to direct it, feel free. Now's your chance. Nope, don't dissolve vertices. Dissolve edge. Dissolve edge. Come on. Dissolve edge. There we go. The bottom of it is done. I can honestly probably just like cull the back of that, but whatever. That basically is all the same thing. Pyro has put in a single raffle. That's going to turn the tides of battle, honestly. There's a grid fill. We'll do another grid fill here. Should I grid fill? Probably not, but I'll worry about all that stuff later. We're approaching the end of this, and I just want to have something done. That is pretty cool looking. I kind of want to put tiles in here, but we'll get there. Oh, Pyro slipped in right at the last second. All right, let me go ahead and wrap up this raffle here in just a moment. And we'll decide our winner. I feel like we had a lot of people enter today. It's been kind of quiet lately, and today's been very eventful, so I appreciate everyone who showed up and did some stuff. It's been a very quiet time. All we're missing right now is T and Mr. Six. Those are the peeps we're missing. There we go. And we'll put stairs at the front, and we're good. Okay, cool. So I have 5 minutes now to make a cool object because I got wrapped up in what I was doing. So let's go ahead and give this thing a subdivision of 4, which I think is more than enough. Maybe even a subdivision of 3. Yeah, that'll do. Shade it flat because I don't care. We're going to go ahead and set this guy to 0. Push him up, make him big. How big is our tower? Push him way up to the top. Like right there. Yeah, that's perfect. Cool. Now we model him. So what are you? Am I going to copy what I did on the lighthouse? That is the real question. How do I want you to look? I think you have to be a missive. Are you following some reference as an image or a drawing? Real developers copy? I was following reference drawings for the beginning, the tower and that sort of stuff. This I am doing just off the cusp. This one's going to be totally random. Let's throw in a color ramp. What are you, a man or a mouse? Honestly, couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. Farron, did you share anything with us yet, or did you not want to? I kind of forgot if you had shown anything or not. We saw Cole's work earlier, and I don't remember seeing your work before that, which is fine. That's not me trying to say you have to do anything or whatever. I just if I forgot, I want to apologize for that. Okay, so we got this set up. Let's do little radial, like, menu sort of things. Something tells me this is going to look crazy. So, let's grab ourselves a 0.5 red. Copy that. We're going to go ahead and lower our base color to black. Sadly, a man, despite every attempt to get him to wear animal ears on his headphones. I got a plan for the animal headphones. I've talked about this. And I forgot to finalize the raffle, so we're going to do that right now before I get wrapped up. I was saying for October, I think October I'm going to do a donation, and if we get enough for rabbit ears, I'll get rabbit ears. I see no problem with that. I think that's just kind of a natural progression of things. All right, Pyro, your one ticket purchase made it work. Pyro slipped in with 1. So Pyro, you get to determine what the last little bit is. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I see. We need to plug the gradient into this. And we should be good. What does that look like? Two tickets. I only saw 1 ticket on my end, but maybe it was 2 tickets. Happy early birthday, Silken, by the way. Yeah, so feel free to come up with whatever you want. I don't have any real clue of what we're doing on this. Like, I did kind of everything I want to do, so whatever you want is cool with me. What? What is going on? Oh, the blend is all the way up. My bad. Like a core of the reactor? So that's kind of what I'm working on right now, but you are welcome to do whatever you like. Whatever you feel suits you, you go for. Let's go based off of reflection data, because that is pretty random in the best of my experience. Not quite what I wanted. What I want is something, I mean, that's like it, right? Like, that's such a cool look. So this is the classic. This is the easy one. It's great. It's effective. It requires very little effort to set up. It's a beautiful look. I love it. I'm trying to make it a little bit cooler. Cooler. Whatever that means. There we are. That's it. Done. That's it. Make the core like a tesseract? That would be dope. Okay, can you... Let me look up what a tesseract is, because I'm not 100% certain I even know what that means. But that's going to be easy. You sure you don't want anything a little bit more difficult? I'm scared to say difficult, because I know what you could come up with, but... There we go. That's what I wanted. This was the look I was going for. Done. Not the actual one, but the cube inside the cube. Pyro? What are you talking about? Let's go 3 and up that distortion to like 5. Yo. We're here. That's it. That's my man's. You were thinking like a tram or tracks? Okay. The tesseract is a four-dimensional analog of the cube. The tesseract is a cube as the cube is to a square. So it's a four-dimensional cube. 8 cyclical cells. You posted it in general. I mean, this is not going to be hard to make. If you want me to make that, sure. It's not going to be hard. I'll make some crazy tesseract something or other. Do you want... Should I make a tesseract of... Oh, I got it. Hear me out. Here's what I'm thinking. Off the top of my head, here's what I'm thinking. First things first, let's set our origin. What am I doing? I want an icosphere of 2. Make it big. Pop it up. With a neon blue glow. All right. Dare I say this sounds easy. We're going to call this reactor. It's easy to type. Reactor it is. Okay, so I have the reactor, right? Here's what I'm going to do. Copy. Make a bigger one. Can I make a tesseract that is not a cube? How do we feel about that? Is that an idea? Also, I'm looking at this, and I definitely want the icosphere to be less. Making a 4D object in a 3D program easy? I don't think it seems that hard. I mean, I know I'm not going to make the actual 4D object. Put a razor sticker on it? I like that. All right, let's call this tesseract. Are we okay with this being not a cube, or do you really want the cube? Because I think the cube's too easy. If you're asking me personally, I think the cube is way too easy. If it's got a neon glow, go for it. All right, that's what we'll do. So let's do this thing. I'm gonna grab both these and we're gonna join them together. Two. 1.5. There you go. We're going to do a triple stack. I think a triple stack will be really interesting. Yep, okay. Thinking off the top of my head, this is going to work. This is going to be weird. All right, so we're going to grab each of these and join them together. This is actually going to be a little hard to edit, but I don't think the premise is necessarily too difficult. Okay, so this is the part that's going to be the hardest for me right away. But I think once we do this, I'm smooth sailing. I think we're in this. All of that's connected. Yes, perfect. Okay. I think we're smooth sailing up in here. I think it's the first time I've ever done a final sketch where somebody hasn't totally been like, can you make a cat that has 3 heads that's photorealistic? This is the first time I feel like I'm in my element for the final sketch. I want to turn them, but I'm not going to yet. Because I wanna honor this for what it is. So let's go back to object mode and let's pop on a wireframe. The heck is going on? Okay, we really do have a tesseract here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going on? Hello? We did something bad. Hey, Wuppo, you're back. You got hacked. Did you get all your stuff back? Here we go. All right. I think what is wrong with this? It was only spam? Well, I mean, they came into my Discord server and started making a real ruckus of things, so I had to kick you. Like, they were posting in every single channel as hard as they could. I would not say that's only spam. Yeah, that seems like a pretty significant hack in my mind. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and delete those faces. That'll do. Okay, cool. Let's push out from here. I didn't want to do it like this. I didn't want to have to do this manually, but I'll just do it manually. No problem. It's actually almost a little nicer doing it like this. All right. We're gonna do the exact same inset that we did on the last one. There we go. A little bit of a tesseract look going right there. Now we got these little points. The points matter. The points don't matter. Here's my immediate thought. Let's get rid of these connecting lines that I did. Let's get rid of all the work that I just did. Not that one. Let's get rid of all this. Leave the last one with sides. I like it. Oh yeah, I'm totally doing that. I think this is the look for sure. You and me are on the same page. Ender crystal? It does have kind of an ender crystal vibe, doesn't it? Okay, so we did some weird work on this. I actually understand why it broke. If I'm not anything else, I'm at least very observant. And I have figured out what we did wrong. What we did wrong is we had overlapping wireframes, which is a my bad, and I think the wireframe would have actually worked. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. It ain't that big of a deal. what it's forcing me to do is to take my time and slow down a little bit, which will help us think about all of this a little bit more as well. And there's nothing wrong with thinking about your work. That's for sure. The points do matter. Okay. Let's throw on a solidify modifier and hope that it doesn't look terrible. Please don't be gross. That's a not bad looking solidify if I'd say so myself. Cool. We'll hit apply in there. And now begins the most arduous part of the process, the part that I'm not looking forward to. But it is what it is. Is there a way to do this automatically? I'm sure there is, but I don't know what it is. Okay, so we're gonna do that all the way across. And we have to do it 2 times. So let's get into a flow state. So the goal, if I was not live right now, is I would put on a Joshua Weissman video, and he would teach me how to cook some delicious food, and my brain would like stop thinking about Blender for the next 5 minutes. Hello? It broke. Did it break in multiple places? Because, man, I'm gonna lose it if this broke. Please don't be super broken. Please don't be super broken. That would just break my heart. Please don't be broken. Eat Marmite. I've had Marmite. It's not great. Thoughts on Marmite? It's good. You know, you strike me as somebody who likes Marmite. There's a part of me that believes that you're kidding. But you liking Marmite does make sense. Wait, did I do all of them? There's no way. I did all of them. No, I didn't. I just saw one and got upset. Okay. Is this an annoying, arduous process? You bet it is. Do I wish I could have not done this? You bet I could. You don't hate it. I don't think that means you love it. Isn't Marmite like really good for you, or does it not even have that advantage? Like, what's the point of Marmite? Is it a taste thing? I got roasted by a British guy for eating Marmite on normal bread. What does that do with anything? Oh, not on toast? Oh, you are... What on earth? Why would you do that? You ate Marmite on normal bread? That is very weird. Oh boy, we're gonna be here for the next century with this one. Part of me is like, how am I gonna make a mirror modifier work for this? But I don't know if I can mirror modifier this. I think we're just stuck doing the work. I think we're stuck doing it the hard way. If only the wireframe modifier worked. Might have been worth it to try and pursue that earlier. Really? Really what? Really to the Marmite on bread, or really to how long this is going to take? Marmite on bread is kind of gross sounding, but I don't like eating bread by itself to begin with. This is neat. Well, thank you. This is all Pyro's lovely little recommendation that I belittled and said was going to be easy, and now it is turning out to not be easy. I think I'm going to cheat. I am, in fact, going to cheat on this, and nobody can stop me, so sorry. I tried Marmite once and almost threw up. Yeah, that sounds about right. I like Marmite. I'm not against Marmite. I'm really not against Marmite. There's nothing wrong with some Marmite. Marmite's fine. You give me some Marmite, I'm okay. That's not what I want. The bread is the part I don't like. I don't really like just bread. Like, if you give me a turkey sandwich and you make the bread just like flat normal bread, I'm like, it's not a very good turkey sandwich. If you toast the bread, the turkey's better. Like, that's how I want to eat my turkey, is like on toast. All right, let's do that all the way up to here, and we're going to do a nice little bridge. First part done. Let's do this. Dissolve. That one's not done yet. Oh no. The Verneuil wave that I made earlier was inspiring you? Man, combining textures together is just like the coolest thing you can ever do. It just feels great. Give me some peanut butter and cream cheese on a toasted bagel. Both? Both? You want both cream cheese and peanut butter? I'm good. I'm good on that one. That's overkill for me. That seems like overkill for me. Personally, bud. Here we go. Okay, now we're in it. Now we're cruising. We did the hard part. Now we just solidify. You promise it's good? I mean, but that's relative, right? Like, there's people who think Marmite's good. Jesus? Okay, now Jesus has shown up in chat. Hello, Jesus. Welcome. There's a lot of very controversial religious things that I could say, but for the sake of it, you know, Jesus, you're all right. Don't come in here with your logic. You know, me and logic. It's an Avengers threat level. What is? Cream cheese and peanut butter? Oh, that's going in my normal vocabulary now. That's an Avengers threat level. You're gonna start swinging? All right, you heard it here first, folks. Junie is going to start getting in a relationship and dating other people. Is that term even used anymore? Does anybody use the term swinging anymore? Are swingers a thing anymore? Also, I don't know if anybody can answer this, or if there's any like actual academic understanding behind this stuff. Are swingers and open relationships just the same thing? Or is there more to it than that? Isn't that like, I don't know. Maybe swingers are more like active about doing that stuff together? Whereas an open relationship is just a general like catch-all term? That must be what it is. What are we talking about? Yeah, tesseracts and cool glass buildings. I don't know, I'm not a swinger. Sounds like a swinger to me. It's a fetish? Well, yeah, but I mean, like, what is it? Like, what's the difference between that and an open relationship? You're too jealous to be a swinger. Man, jealousy, I don't like to tell people how to live their lives or anything like that, but I'll say it. Jealousy is something you gotta, like, learn to put beside. Your life will be so much better without jealousy. You'll feel so much better when you just, like, don't let that stuff into your life. It does make a huge difference. I remember being in a relationship with somebody, and the idea of cheating and the idea of, like, trust and stuff got called into question a lot. And that was, like, the moment where I determined what I wanted to do was I'm not going to think about any of that stuff ever again until there's proof right in front of me. Until something is actively happening and I'm like, what's happening? It's gone. It doesn't exist. It's not me anymore. Okay, so I made a Tesseract. We've done it, folks. We're here. Chaos. Hello. I think it's fair to be jealous if your partner is swinging and you don't agree to be swung. Well, yeah. I mean, that's like saying if your partner does anything that you don't agree to, it's a problem. I agree with that. Chaos, how you been? We're just talking about swingers over here. My own fault. Should I put little spikes on the end of this, or is it good as is? Because I kind of want to put a little spike on here. Kind of thinking about doing this. A little bit of that. This needs more neon glow. You been okay? I've been okay as well. Pretty much exactly. Sure, that's just the bounds of your agreement. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm adding spikes to this thing. And we're going to give it neon glow, don't you worry. Reminds you of Crystal Maze. What is the Crystal Maze? Isn't it a UK show? What is that? Like, I don't understand the Crystal Maze. I've heard a lot about the Crystal Maze. I don't really get it. It sounds like somebody made a game show about David Bowie's Labyrinth, is what Crystal Maze sounds like to me. Okay, we can do that pretty fast. Yeah, we can do this very fast. I'm glad we didn't go with the the 2-division icosphere. The 1-division is more than enough work, as is. It's also pretty minimal as far as geometry is considered. I could merge a couple of these vertices together and save ourselves just a little bit. But for the most part, I think we're here. I think this is final draft. There's some things I'd like to change, but this isn't like an object that I think I'm ever going to use in a game or anything, so no need to worry about that. Good old Horde philosophy. Just add spikes. Honestly, I feel it. Pretty much that, yeah. It's a game show where you have to get crystals from different zones. So I've watched a little bit of it. My problem with it is that they stop. There's like a part where a guy goes into a room and he's got like a bungee cord on him. And he like jumps around and has to press a bunch of buttons on the wall or something. I don't know. And it's very football-esque, American football, where they're like, okay, here's what you gotta do. Everybody wait. He goes in the room. He does it for like 2 minutes. And then everybody comes out and they talk about it. And it's like, just go. Just go. Like, throw him in a maze and cameras on. Let's go crazy. I want to see them lose their minds. Okay, so we're going to do 3s. Oh, no. All right, we're going to have to write 3 every time, but we're basically here. We're basically here. There we go. I feel like the ultimate show, like the ultimate, I don't really like TV. I'm not a TV guy. I am very much a man of the internet. But for me, like the ultimate game show, if I'm to divine a game show, I would love somebody to take Survivor. Like the idea of Survivor, we're voting people off and there's drama and people get associated with one another and there's alliances and rebellions, and I want that. I want all of that with maybe a bit of a modern setting. And I want it to be 1 episode per season. Like, just do all of it in an hour. Obviously, that show would never have a budget. But, like, that's my ideal. To me, that's, like, what a good show would look like. I hate all the fluff. And I know you have to do that to, like, sell a show or whatever, but I hate all the fluff. The fluff is boring. This looks like it'd be an enemy in Code Lyoko. That's great. I love that. We are kind of just making an enemy, aren't we? Okay, so you want a blue neon glow. Let's start with what we got. We got ourselves a reactor. So there's like the absolute chaos of the world. Done. Let's apply scale. Okay, let's find a nice blue that we really like. I'm gonna say that's a good looking blue. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pop 2 of these guys in here and distribute them evenly. And we're gonna cycle through some colors. So we're gonna do that. And like that. And now we can crush the front part of this guy. Crush the back part of this guy. Bring you up to 0.4 and bring you to 0.6. How do we feel about that? Okay, Pyro. As far as I'm concerned, I finished in like 30 minutes. And I feel like I'm cheating a little bit by doing that. So if you want me to change something, you tell me, and I'll make a change. Because we have more time, and I'm more than willing to give more of my time. So whatever you feel. To me, that screams what I was going for. In fact, I think I can go 1 step further. My eyes hurt. Good. Deserved. Let's go ahead and throw in a Vernoy. Same detail with distance. We're going to multiply that. What does the Vernoy look like by itself? What does this do? Oh, it's nothing. Why? There we go. That's what I wanted. And I want it small. Put a Hello Kitty texture on it? Okay. You can have Hello Kitty textures. You know what? You know what? I got an even better idea for you. Pyro, I got a better idea for you. I have a way better idea for you. Okay, that's the look right there. And then we're going to pop this guy into here. Okay, here we go. So here's what I think we want to do. This is going to get weird real fast. We're going to pop in a mix RGB. I have to check that this works first. You're all ears, like Hello Kitty. Oh, I did not the correct one. There we go. There we go. Now we got that weird fractured look to it. Now we should have really strong... Okay, yep. Remove the last part of the effect. Why do you want that? Because I'm about to add Hello Kitty. I got a cool idea for you. But I gotta like check it first. That looks nutty. I love the way this looks. I'm gonna use this texture for something. This texture is so good looking. The big chunk rainbow mirror effect was pretty. All right, just for you, I will save this as big chunk rainbow. But I'm going back to reactor to finish this off. And we're gonna call this Hello Kitty reactor. There you go. Okay, here it is. You're gonna love this. You're all gonna love this. This is it. You've never wanted anything more in your life. Hey, what's up, Mubsy? You got that rare gray name. I like that. That's a cool look. Let's do some constants. There we go. It looks like how carbonation feels. I love that. That's definitely what I'm feeling. Okay. Didn't mean the white effect, but one more. I don't know what you're asking me, Pyro, but you just hold yourself and check what I'm about to do. You're gonna love it. You're gonna really like what you see. The white is not what we're doing. The white is just a placeholder. Mubsy, I'm doing good. I appreciate you calling me boss too. What is that about? You trying to butter me up? How are you, Mubsy? What's your 3D experience looking like? You a fan? You a veteran? You a new? What are you up to? Okay, let's go ahead and... Oh, let's just take a quick moment to take a look at Simo's lovely cube. Simo, your cube looks so nice. This is why we praise Simo. You call everyone boss? I get that. I call everyone bud. That's like my thing. I say bud a lot. I'm pretty new, a month or so in, and I want to learn from others. Well, you know, I'm willing to show you some stuff. Be a little careful with my stuff, because I am a bit of a wild card in the 3D sphere. But more than happy to show stuff. Noting is probably the thing that I have the most experience with. Okay, so here we go. Where is it? What are you called? It's 367 something or other. Here we go. Oh, thank you for the follow. All right, you see the Hello Kitties. The kitties are in. Look at them. Okay, so we got some Hello Kitties in here. Let's go ahead and pop on a object real quick, just so it looks a little bit more clear. The image that I'm using is like kind of distorted. Mubsy, what got you into 3D modeling? Are you trying to get into game design? You just hanging out? What are you up to? Pyro, this is what you wanted. Pyro, this is what you get. Okay, let's go ahead and put on a mapping node here. And they're a little squishy. Oh yeah, thank you for the Discord link. Ooh, I like that it follows you. That is cool. There we go. Oh, it's horrifying. This is something that aliens give daughters to play with. Oh, I love that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and finalize this guy by doing a little bit of this. Go ahead and throw that in. There it is. There's the look. Let's do a linear light just to see what that looks like. Imagine. Oh, man. Oh, I love it. Imagine you're playing a game. You're playing a game, and this is on the horizon. And you're like, whoa, what the heck? And you go up to it, and you're like, this is crazy. I'm about to, like, unlock a power or fight a boss or whatever. And you pull up to it, and you're like, wait, I see something. And you look really close. And it's Hello Kitty. Look at this. Look how great this looks. Oh, it looks so funny. Oh, I love it. He's lovely. Oh, very good. No, we're going to keep it just as is. There is nothing to be changed about this. This is very good. This is one of my favorite objects I've ever made. I'm posting a picture like this straight to Instagram. A new hand touches the beacon, absolutely. I really like art, but I never gotten into it, and I've been looking at a lot of 3D art for the past year, and I've loved it and wanted to try, so my tiny brain to learn some new skills. So, I have been wanting to make games for a really long time, and I knew that learning 3D modeling was going to be one of the first ways that I started making games. And I procrastinated and procrastinated and procrastinated. And then I was at kind of a low place in my life last October. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to 3D model and I'm going to stream myself doing it. And so I started on day one not knowing anything. So I just streamed myself being like, just to reenact. Here's my first day of stream. I went like, I open up Blender and I'm like, add a cube. And then I'm sitting here and I'm like clicking on it and I'm trying to like do things and I'm like, how do I do this? And I'm clicking all these random buttons. That was my first day of Blender. And now I'm barely any better. But we can make crazy texture, so can't be that upset with it. All right, is there anything else we want to see from this Tesseract? Pour one out for the people that fell out of their chair when they picked up the beacon for the first time, aka me. What is the beacon? What are we talking about? Ooh, look how big that thing is. Look how huge that thing is. All right, let's get you out of here. Tesseract. Oh, I kind of love the way this thing looks. Okay, let's pop you up to the position we like. There he is. Oh, I love it. Oh, it looks very cool. In Skyrim, when you pick up a Meridia's beacon, the goddess yells really loud at you out of nowhere like, a hand touched the beacon. I don't remember that part of Skyrim at all. Maybe I didn't get that far. I'm feeling quite content with this. Do you work on games now? Kind of. I'm like very novice game design in Unreal. I think we're done. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up a camera for this bad boy. How do I want to do this? Let's go to our world settings. And let's change our HDRI to something. Okay, British market. Get your Marmite. It's not the correct proportion for us. Cliffs. Oh, this is going to be tough. Okay, let's just get good lighting on this guy. Let's just get some really nice lighting. I want to do sunset. Let's do field sunset. Get some really cool lighting going on there. And then we'll go ahead and not use transparency. Transparency, where are you? Transparency is in film. Transparency, there he is. Okay, and I'm gonna make a little bit of a dome to put this thing in. So if I take a picture like this, you can still see the ground. Okay, so we gotta go ahead and throw some ground on here and make the ground huge. Like that. And it clips just enough for us right there. Okay. And now I will go ahead and throw another one on the background. And we'll make a little skybox because why not? I'm feeling extra weird today. So, that's not the direction I wanted that in. We want 90. There we go. Let's make him big, get a skybox going. Okay, so ground texture. What do we want? Grass? Stones? Sand with stones. I'm gonna do sand with stones. Hello? Oh, there we are. Okay, so that looks good like that. So now we're going to grab you, and I'm going to turn off our grid lines. And let's make some sand. The best way I can think to do sand is to add a noise texture with a double noise texture. So let's go color ramp. Let's go mix RGB. Let's go Musgrave. And let's go with a noise texture. And let's pop all that together. There we go. And boy, does that look bad. The most confusing stuff is nodes and UV unwrapping. Okay, I'm going to tell you straight up. Nobody likes UV unwrapping. Anybody who's good at UV unwrapping is an alien. Okay, anybody who likes doing UV unwrapping is an alien. If you're good at it, who cares? Good on you. There we go. And last but not least, we'll go ahead and throw on a bump. Nodes are very fun, in my opinion. I love nodes. Nodes are so cool. When I look at like, so I tried to learn Quixel Mixer a little bit ago. And I already know nodes pretty well. And while I was trying to do Quixel Mixer, I was like, you know what? I hate this. Like, nodes are so much better. So much more fun. Of course, there's things you can't do. Like, that makes sense. But for the most part, I'm like, nah. You know what? I kind of want to do it like this and see what happens. Is that going to work? We're going to do mix. And we're going to have little chunks, I think, of stone. We should. Okay, so this guy we want small. And now we should have chunks. No, we don't. Why are you so... Huh. Weird. Oh, there they are. Okay, you know what? The noise texture is gone. This hurts my eyes a little bit. I apologize. We're getting somewhere, I promise. Okay, what does that give us? That gives us stones, and now we want the dimension down to 1, and we want the detail up to 16. And we got ourselves little patches of land over here. That'll do. That should do just fine. We're going to lower that strength down quite a bit to make something a little bit more subtle. And now I want the effect to basically look like sand. Not you. You are sand. And you are like dark, dark rocks. Hello? That looks bad. That does not look good. Let's put on maybe a B-spline and see what that does for it, but I don't think this looks very good. I really hate to just turn this into water, but I think we're just going to turn this into water. Why is this thing out in the middle of the ocean? I don't know. But I don't want to sit here and fuss with a whole bunch of stuff. So we're just going to make water. So let's put on a noise texture here. You've only been on Blender for a year? Yeah. Almost daily. I've been working a lot in this year. But yeah, just about a year. There's definitely people who have been working a year and are much better than me. Do you have an art background? Kind of. I have a writing background. Like I have artistic sense. My mom's an artist. I've been around artists for a large portion of my life, but I have not personally ever gotten into art. Not exactly my thing. There we go. I'm trying to think of the most art I've ever done in my life. Not a lot. I did a lot of painting. I like painting quite a bit. But I'm not good at it. Okay, we're gonna do like a 0.2 on the distortion just to give it those kind of wavy looks. And now let's make ourselves some water. So it's going to be transmissive. It's going to have very low specular. There he is. There's our water. Clear coat's probably going to make this thing look great. Water always has clear coat. Must, right? Surface tension. There we go. I'll take that. There we go. Done. There's just water. I don't know why there's water. I don't know why this thing's in the middle of the ocean. That was not the idea, but we're going to finish the sketch today. So this is the sketch that we're finishing. Okay, so let's do a skybox. When you're making water in nodes, you can make it move? Yeah, definitely. I could show you that. Let me show you that real quick. So there's different ways to make it move. I would recommend going 4D. Make sure it looks good still. It does look good still. So I would do 4D, and I would mess with your W. But you can do all sorts of stuff, right? You can rotate it. You can do scales. You can do location data. Location plus W can give you some interesting results. But that's probably the way I would do it. You can always automate stuff by having like a normal that's or an empty that's rotating and hooking this up to the empty. But stuff like that's going to get weird because it's going to rotate on itself. So I'd stay away from, because if you rotate it, right? Oh, that actually doesn't look bad. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, what? Okay, that one looks bad, but these two look great. Okay, so let's make a quick little animation then. Why not? We will insert a keyframe. And we'll go to 60, 61. And I'm going to make this 360 and make this negative 360. And we'll go ahead and insert another keyframe and we'll press play. And it's fast, but like, you know, it's not that bad. I could take this node and I could extend this to 300. Nope. Be careful where you click. Clicking is going to make a lot of weird stuff happen for you. Oh, I messed it up. How did I mess it up? What happened? Hello? Where'd it go? Oh, there they are. I just scrolled down a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go to 301. I believe that's 301. It is. Oh yeah, Minecraft music makes everything better. And we're going to pop this on over to 1 or 0. And now we should have running water. It's still pretty fast. Yeah, and you can see it's rotating. Okay, that's what I was trying to stay away from. But not bad. The only thing that I would make a difference to is you click it and make sure you change your interpolation mode to linear. And it'll make it a little bit more clean with your lines. But yeah, you want to be careful of rotations. I would have still probably done W. But we're going to go ahead and clear our keyframes. Okay, Skybox. Let's make a skybox. So, skyboxes are weird. They're weird little things, aren't they? What we really want is a color ramp. We want to mix RGB. Mix RGB. Color ramp. We're going to want a Musgrave. And we're going to want to pop out the front of this and make clouds. So I'm going to start by doing that first. It's taking a hot second to load. Okay, I don't know why it's so big. There we go. So dimension is going to be 0.75. There we go. Those are clouds. Scale can be dropped way down. That should be fine. And now I'm going to go ahead and sweep them around. Not like that. Drop that down just a little bit. Let's get you to like 0.5 and you to like 0.5. 0.15. 0.25. And we have what I'm okay with being clouds. We'll do a little bit of that. Throw a little bit of a dark kind of shadowy thing on some of the sides of this to give it that wispy look. And now we need a sky texture, which I will just make a nice light little blue, like that. And last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and plug in this. That should do. Ugh. Kind of gross looking. There we go. Little bit better looking. I will add a little bit of emission to this, I think. Let's go ahead and grab that emission texture and make it a little bit more subtle. So I'm going to grab you, we're going to delete you, push you over. There we go. That should give the clouds a little bit more of a body to them. And then we're going to make it so that clouds only appear up to a certain height. And we're done. So I want another mix RGB with a gradient. We're going to pop on a mapping node like this, like this. That's a weird look. That is a weird look right there. Why is it so small? Hello? 0.001? 0.01. Sure, I guess. Why is it only like doing it partially as well? This is very weird looking. I don't know if I understand what's going on. Okay, whatever. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just remove specular. Let this thing kind of stand on its own 2 feet. And we're just going to call it there. So I think if you get up in here and you just start thinking about it. Oh, it looks bad. That is not a great looking skybox in my opinion. I don't know if I love that, but I think that's what we're going to do today. I think I'm going to call it here. Not the best Skybox I've ever made in my life, but you win some, you lose some. We won a lot with our Hello Kitty. I'm going to get a picture of that crazy Hello Kitty thing, and I think that'll be what we do. So I'm going to go ahead and double check who is on Twitch right now doing some 3D modeling, and we're going to go give them a raid. So thank you to everyone that joined. That looks really hard to make. It's not terrible. Usually you're supposed to make them out of a dome as well to make it a little bit less crazy looking. So I just kind of... I got a little flustered, I think. All right, let's see who is here. 3D modeling. Who is here? Anybody we recognize? A lot of weird stuff today. I'm kind of having a hard time processing all this. Okay. Hey, no problem. Thank you, Mubsy. Feel free to join the Discord if you want to hang out with some other 3D modelers. I am irrationally curious about this person named Slime Cat. So we're going to go to Slime Cat. Oh, sorry, their name is Curio, but they're making a Slime Cat. So I'm going to send you off to Curio, and we're going to go figure out what the heck they're working on. So go be nice, go be kind, and I'll see you all on Friday. I'm going to say goodbye, but it's going to be a couple of seconds until I'm actually able to leave, so here's an awkward goodbye. Ciao. Hey, appreciate. Very, very sweet of you. Ciao.